Okay, in this video, we are going to learn how to get some Google Map satellite pictures into Marine Plotter so that we can use them on our voyages. First of all, we're going to launch Marine Plotter. Double click on the icon up there. Wait for it to load, and it comes up. It says, if you remember from last time, we didn't specify where the ENC root folder was. ENC means Electronic Navigation Charts root. We're still not going to specify it because we're not going to go into that yet. So we're going to say no. So Marine Plotter loads, and it starts out with a view of the whole world. All right. We are going to want to create some Google Map images from the San Diego area. So we're going to go over here to this toolbar, and it has several selections. The one I'm going to use right now is this one here, ZR, Zoom In Rectangle. I'm going to click that. Now notice my cursor changes, and now it says ZR on it for Zoom Rectangle. And I'm going to create a square here of approximately where I think San Diego is. Like that there, and let it zoom in. And you can see I was way off. So I'm going to go back in here again and do another one right about in here. And I'm getting closer, and right there you can see San Diego is someplace in there. So now we're going to first clear that by clicking this X here. Then we're going to just go up here to the zoom in to magnify it some more. Once, twice. You notice that as we zoom in, it keeps track of the zoom level you are up here. And we're now at zoom level 10. Okay, now I'm going to center on the San Diego area by I right-clicked, and then I'm going to click center. Okay? All right. It's time to get some Google Map pictures. Okay, in order to do that, we're going to create what's called a tracer file. So a tracer file is something like a route. So we're going to go up to the route menu right here. Click on that. Go down to tracer file, new. Okay. Now we're ready to start tracing, and we're going to start just below San Diego. We're going to follow the coastline. We're going to click here. Well, let's see. Yep, it's not on. So we're going to have to turn on the append. See what I did there? I right-clicked, went down to trace, and I turned on append, so there was a check mark next to it. So now we're going to start here. We're going to start going up along the coast like this. I'm just holding down the left mouse button and dragging the mouse. Okay, we're going to go up here. And once we get up here to the edge, now we can right-click and select center. And then we'll go up a little further, hold down the left mouse button, drag up like this here. And for the purposes of this tutorial, that'll be far enough. Okay, now we have a tracer route. But in order for the next part of this program to work, we need to display the whole tracer. The easiest way to do that is we go over here to display, we click that, and we go down to tracer and click that. Now you notice that the display changed, and now the complete tracer route all the way from this area here where we started to this area here where we left off is now on the screen. Okay, the next thing is to actually start getting the Google Map pictures. Now, of course, you have to be connected to the internet to do this. Okay, but let's assume you are connected to the internet. So we go over here to the tiles menu, and by tiles, you see each one of these squares that says image not found. Those are called tiles. Google Maps has designated these as being called tiles. So we're going to go to the tiles menu. We're going to select the tile cache window, and when we do that, this window here comes up. Let's move it off to the side a little bit so we can see what's going on. I just grabbed the title bar, left mouse, held down the left mouse button, and dragged it. Okay. The only things in this window we really need to change to make this work is to click this one, missing. That's Going to download any missing tiles. Well, right now they're all missing, but let's say they weren't. And it's going to start at what's at zoom level 14, which is 4 zoom levels zoomed out from where we are, and it's going to go into zoom level 17, which is 7 levels in closer than what we are. And once we are happy with the setting of missing, and you notice it's already selected tracer, it's already selected that's going to use satellite, it's already selected satellite here. So all we have to do at this point is just click this button here, begin trace. And a little box comes up and it tells you approximately what it thinks how long it's going to take per tile. And this is not very accurate, but it'll give you an idea. Okay? And once you read that through that box, you just say yes, and the program starts. And it starts downloading tiles. Now, while the program is downloading tiles from the internet, from Google Maps, it doesn't draw anything on the screen. That's just to speed everything up so it doesn't take a real long time to do this. Don't forget, you might be tracing a coastline that's 1,000 miles long, and it could easily take overnight to get all of the Google Map images that you want. But while you're watching it work, let me explain a little bit of what's going on here. Down here at the bottom of the screen, it gives you a little bit of information. You notice now and then it says downloading, and it gives you a URL where it's downloading from. That's where it's actually getting the images from at that moment. At the very end of that line, you'll see a part that says Z equals something and then an ampersand. Well, that, like 1.6 here, that is now, it's currently working on zoom level 16. Okay, and it's looking for new images. You see at the end of the thing. At the top of the screen, the yellow bar really doesn't tell you a lot. It just says that it's drawing the chart rectangles, and sometimes you see an image, sometimes you don't. So really all you can do during this time is just sit back, wait, maybe go to sleep, have a cup of coffee, go to bed, let it work overnight if it's a real long tracer route. Okay? One other thing that's interesting while it's downloading these tiles to note is that you look over here on the left side of the screen here where you can see the Tile Cache Manager window. And on the right hand side you see that there's a number here that looks like it's incrementing. That's how many new tiles in this area right here. That's how many new tiles it's currently downloaded. And up here is how many tiles that it looked for but it could not find on the internet. Usually that number up here isn't too big, and so you don't have a lot of worries about it. But this kind of shows you a progress that it is actually doing something. It's downloading tiles, and you can see the numbers incrementing as it works. Okay, when the program's done getting tiles, you'll see a screen something like this, and the first thing you want to do is come over here to the Tile Cache Manager and close it. And I know you're going to say, well, where are the tiles? Well, we downloaded tiles from zoom level 14 to zoom level 17, and currently we're at zoom level 10. So let's center on San Diego here, center it, and let's go change this zoom level here to zoom level 14. Wow, look at that, a big difference, huh? Let me center a little more so I can get the Point Loma in. Now you can see the entrance to San Diego Harbor. And that's North Island Naval Air Station over there. For someone that's familiar with this area, this is Shelter Island. Let's center on Shelter Island, and we'll zoom in all the way to zoom level 17. Wow, look at that. You could really see it good. Imagine if your boat was coming in this channel, you could watch it come in all the way right on this program. You notice we got one tile here that it didn't find. Well, I'm going to try to get that tile right now. And there's another way to get a an individual zoom level to get all the tiles at the individual zoom level at that particular location. And what you do is, anywhere on this screen here, you right click and go to download tiles and say new or missing. And it goes out and it's going to try to get that tile out there that we weren't able to get. There you go. They got it. See? Second next to that try it got all of them. Okay, now you can see all the boats in the Shelter Island area, and it looks pretty good. All right, you just learned how to get tiles using the tracer routes. You learned how to get tiles in one particular spot by right-clicking. Remember, right-click, download tiles, new or missing. You can do it that way. There's a lot of other options. The last thing you want to do when you're done getting tiles is you want to go to the route, tracer file, and tell it to close. It'll come up and ask you if you want to save it. If you want to ever do this again, you might want to save it. Otherwise, just say no. Okay, and that closed it out. Okay, you now know how to get some tiles into your computer. So whatever area you're at, like let's go back out to the world. Okay, and let's say you're in someplace on the East Coast. You go over here, you select zoom rectangle. You get a little closer into the East Coast so you can see that area better. And I don't know much about the East Coast. Well, there you go. There's Long Island. So go into the Long Island area, and you can do a tracer route right in here and get all the tiles you need for cruising up and down this coast. Okay? All right. Hope that this helped you a lot, and look for the other videos for different information on doing different things with Marine Plotter.